Aggressive handbrake of the gods. Aggressive handbrake of the gods.
Yeah.
How's everybody doing? We got 40 minutes,
Doing
40
pretty
seconds.
good.
It's only seconds,
Doing.
not minutes yet. Woo!
Been doing.
All right. Doing good. We had a delay in the takeoff tonight. We were attempting new and crazy things. I can report that on this stream, the text of this stream has the other crazy channels we're broadcasting on. So if you're in South Korea, you're in luck. We broadcast to your favorite NTV. I think we're broadcasting to Japan, broadcasting to several other facilities around this Globistan.
Oh.
Lobistan.
Globistan.
In a wire near you.
Wire?
Coming at you live.
We have located
Yeah,
Exactement.
a wire from your ISP.
You were trying to get some channel restreaming going, and you had browser trouble. I was trying to match your Generation Zero awesomeness, and I was like, I'm just gonna force myself to do it at a new user. That user just like completely failed. It was insane. It was just like nothing worked. It was like completely bonkers how jaked it was. So I was like, all right, I gotta go back to my original profile that I use for a bunch of other stuff during the day, and I was like, dang, I wanna. But I was like, whatever, gotta use the old one.
Whatever.
But I do have sound in here.
I was swiping on Tinder the other day and saw a
Good,
chick
so you
with
got
biggest
the
fucking booty I've ever
Generation Zero set up?
No, I was so far from that. I thought it wasn't gonna be that hard, but I was just tempting fate. I was like, here, fate,
Yeah,
here,
no.
fate.
I think that'll take a day for it to download off here.
Yeah, you make sense to me. This is one of those get it done early.
Yeah.
I abandoned the entire. I abandoned the entire situation. I was like, dude, there's either I get this user set up or we actually play tonight. I'm like, I'll go with play.
Go with play. Go with play.
Oh.
We're in it. In it to win it.
In it
Right
to win
now.
it.
Yes.
Dude, I just killed a bumblebee with my bare
God
freaking
damn.
hands. All right. Here we go. All right. You could say it sweeter. All right. Rather than sounding like someone who's been smoking for 18,000 years, like, you know. All right. Yeah, that sounds like a spirit that's been alive for like a billion years and is like, why don't I die? I don't understand.
I have been told I have an old soul.
Absolutement.
First phase of my attack plan was a success. Very good.
Do older angels have bigger wings?
Older angels have bigger wings?
I think their
Probably.
wings may have stories behind them.
Probably just depends on the
As in,
form you
like-
see them in, too.
There could be older angels with no wings. Could have lost them.
You could
entirely.
probably find like a baby angel that had like crazy wings.
And yeah,
just 'cause
perhaps
it-
there's like some
just
youngins
'cause
that
it
just
didn't
got
know
some
how to-
beefy wings.
Doesn't know how to bring its wings in. We're getting some crazy sound, some crazy game sound. Sounds like toilet paper game sound, but it's fine.
Toilet paper game sound.
Yeah,
No,
it's
game
like
sound
somebody.
screaming.
It might be. I don't want to tempt fate with your situation there, but it might be that like we're getting laptop sound rather than like headset sound. But I don't know. I'm not privy to all input situations. However,
We're getting headset.
headset. Okay, that's good. Maybe it's Daniel. Maybe it's Daniel. Well, it's fine. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Sometime we don't.
I
We
don't
got
think so.
actual bandwidth. No, you're pretty tight. Maybe it's just my shitty game sound. Sounds like it's like
I'm not hearing any.
I hear
game
it.
sound. Does it sound a little tinny?
Yeah, it sounds tinny.
Sounds a little
Sticks
tinny.
out.
Yeah, it's like a little jankified.
Stands out. Everything else.
Yeah, it sounds like a blow dryer gone amiss, gone awry.
Yeah, for some reason, this computer does
Being
not.
flanked.
We are being flanked. A little bit.
In the last
Little
2 weeks, this computer has decided not to convert sound.
It's on strike.
Yep.
Writer strike.
Oi,
It's like I will not be replaced
Oi,
by AI.
protest.
I will not be
I'm
replaced
a
by AI.
protester. I'm a protest.
Protester.
I'm protesting. Fuck off.
Get off
I'm
my
a
lawn.
protester. Get off my lawn.
That was
Lawn.
the greatest thing
Woo! I think we did it. Did we do it? We did it.
Held them off pretty well.
We did it. We did it.
Alan Dolan.
That was pretty good. It's good to be.
Never stop shooting.
Nope. Guns a blazing.
It's your sound, Peter. It's jankified in some particular way. Did we already establish this? And I just forgot. I got reach in my sights. It's your game sounds jankified. Truly.
It's a
Down a
conversation.
Is that better?
It is. But it doesn't. There's no game sound. But it's not. At least it doesn't sound like someone's unwrapping a package of Oreos in your ear, which is awesome.
A package of gameplay.
A package of gameplay? Wow. Hi, I'd like a 6-pack of
Just
gameplay.
wrapped up in tinfoil.
Do you want the
Like
extracted
metadata?
Oh
gameplay?
my
Sonic
lord,
death,
that's what
Sonic
it
death,
sounds like.
Sonic death,
That's
Sonic
what
death.
it sounds like.
I'll get. It's bouncing back.
When you have to
Wait.
unbox your gameplay and it's just not being done for you.
It's truant. It's truant gameplay.
I will be creating a whole new setup between now and next week.
Nice. I think I'm gonna move in. I'm gonna spend like an afternoon and move into that other profile and just really dejankify every particular connection until it's completely dejankified. I think I can do
Oh
it.
no.
I think I can do it.
No.
I've got the power. I've got the power.
Got the power. I'm gonna
I
try
got
this
reach.
one on you.
Magic.
Nice. Oh shoot. Sorry.
Did it bit 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 da 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 da. Everybody knows I've got that magic.
What? Huh? Did you see that?
Nope.
Did you
I
get
don't
ripped
see
off?
shit. I see shit. I
Oh
never
my
see
God.
anything. I'm loyal to the Empire.
I'm loyal to the
I don't
Empire.
see nothing anywhere.
My eyes are closed.
My eyes are closed and I walk forward when I'm told to.
I'm sleepwalking through this hell we find ourselves in.
All the time, baby.
Nerd jackets.
Have you heard the latest propaganda?
The latest propaganda is sweet.
Sweet, dog.
Some about.
They treat us so well, they let us know we're being propagandized.
From birth.
Yes.
We're clones,
Word.
probably. Probably clones. If we're,
These dudes
I
aren't
don't-
clones. They're fucking. They're people who are either taken from planets as children, or, you know,
Really?
some of them are
slave
just
children. We're like slave children? These fuckers.
Some of them are also just people who wanted to join the military because they believe the Empire's so dope and stuff.
I've definitely got a better dental plan than these silly rebels. I've seen some pretty atrocious bridge work. And these
Oh, yeah.
corpses.
Oh,
Dental, I don't know if it's something that they're all that concerned
Yeah,
about.
they're not getting coverage. They're not getting full coverage, you can tell.
No,
too front.
I can definitely say that I don't get coverage.
Oh,
Not from this fucking Empire.
Not this empire. I'm here for the dental. Get back on
I'm here
get back on
I'm
the
here for
base.
dental.
I'm here for full dental. I'm here for the full Empire dental. Bang.
I'm only here for my mouth.
I'm in the mouth.
My mouth is my most valuable asset.
Shut up!
Jesus. It's getting a little edgy.
Yeah.
I overcame a stack of resistance to get here this evening. First off, I was down getting my winter tires put on my car. Normally, I would have had to wait until like a week after Christmas to get it done because I didn't plan well and I didn't actually make an appointment. But if I was willing to drive across the tracks to the
How it
bad part of
goes.
town, I could get an earlier appointment. So I went, and I arrived 2 hours early to my appointment. They were able to get me in, sneak me in, about 90 minutes after my appointment was scheduled to begin.
That
was
is
the
so
most-
clutch.
It was like, oh, well, that's why there's like appointments at this place. They don't know how to use their computer. Or something. like everybody came. Sonic death! Sonic death! More Sonic
Oh,
death! More
no.
Sonic death! More Sonic death! Can you believe that noise, dude?
That is so bad.
That's the
Sounds
craziest
straight
noise.
out of hell.
It's
Like,
the sound of reality tearing.
yes.
It's the sound of reality, just like being
and you like you
shorn,
just barely hear
shorn in
Peter.
front. I know he's just screaming from the bottom of a well. It's insanity.
Yeah.
It's fucking nuts. I can hear you now. I can hear you now. I mean, you sound like a very tiny apricot at the bottom of a very deep well, but it's fine.
Okay.
I don't know why apricot. That's perfect. You sound perfect.
Ow.
You're so perfect, Peter.
No. I need some water.
Nice.
We could all use a drink.
We're gonna all use some water.
Probably.
Okay.
I know I don't drink enough.
Okay, so like, not only was I just duped into thinking that tires were going to be swapped at some time, I declared victory early. I sent you a message earlier, Peter, where I was like, dude, this is totally going to happen. No. Like, it was so far, it was so far out of alignment with chronological sanity. I was just like, are you joking? And they're like, we're really bad at our jobs. And I was like, I get that. Anyway.
I see that. It really resonate with it. But
there was a certain lack of esprit de corps, shall we say, in this particular location. This was but
Yeah,
in
like,
any event, at the end of the process, tires had been swapped. Winter tires were on, and the snow tank emerged from the jaws of the garage, and I drove that shit up the side of a mountain as fast as I could. On the way, I had to swap out tires for my wife, but do you remember the last time you've seen like a crime scene? Like the kinds and the varieties of trucks and just like the lights and just like the general polizei presence of the whole thing. There was one of those in front of the place where I needed to go to swap the tires out. And it was quite the deal to negotiate entrance into a place where I had lots of right to be. It was like, I am not a part of any crimes. I am just arriving here on this scene.
I do
And,
no crime.
I am crime free. I am an innocent in this location. They're like, prove it. I'm like, I got tires back here. And they're like, those look like tires. And I'm like, they are in fact tires. And they're like, well, this guy's got tires. Open it up. And so anyway, I got through that. That was no big deal. Then I got here, and well, I think we've already covered the previous technical failures.
Yeah, we just won.
It was an absolute adventure to get here. It was just like, whoa, one more set of I can't even believe that. While I was waiting for my tires to get done, I found this piñata shop. And this piñata was called Piñatas Carnival. And it was run by people from, I'm going to go with Colombia. They spoke absolutely no English. And that was amazing. It was super fun. And they made piñatas by hand in the store. They were covered in paint. Yeah.
They were covered in paint?
They were like 5-foot tall piñatas. I don't know why we got kicked out of everything, but we're going to go ahead and reactivate. Dude, they just poached the IP. They were just like, here's Darth Vader. We paid nothing. Here's Yoda. Here's Pikachu. They were just like making these. And it was totally cool. The candy aisle that they had to stuff into the piñatas,
Yeah.
next level South American. Just smelled like sugar, like cane sugar. Just like every form of cane sugar you can imagine. It was amazing.
I like real sugar candies.
Yeah, the sugar, the real sugar. You know, down in South America, you can get just like a pop that's just like sugar cane, like all packed together hard. It's just like, would you like sugar on a stick? Literally, it's delicious.
Please.
Yes, please.
Delicious. It had a fairly
I
awesome
want-
religious section. There was lots of saints. There was some, got some Saint Peter in there. There was definitely some Saint Joseph, Virgin of Guadalupe. Pretty awesome. Yeah, very Feliz Navidad inside the store. Very nice.
Feliz Navidad.
Yeah, I listened to some Christmas music this morning. That was nice.
Yeah, I'm
My dentist
slowly
rocks.
getting into it.
My dentist plays nothing that was recorded after 1932. It's just like all old, scratchy, like a reed set on, you know, a tumble of
You
dirt, and it's
Get
like you can
some,
like etch it in.
did you get some nitrous?
No nitrous, although they have tanks everywhere.
Come on.
My dentist is an actual clown. Like, and I don't mean just like a man of loose principles. I mean like he's a legit clown. He's studied to be a clown. He's a professional clown. He's part of a clown society that I looked it up has 1,700 members nationally. So tight knit group. Tight knit group, yo. Anyway,
I see it.
I'm always asking him about his clown stuff, and he always just like deadpans me. He's like, "What clown stuff?" And I'm just like, "Your walls are covered with images of you, an adult man dressed up as a clown, and they go back a long way, many, many, many decades." And I think I've known him for almost 10 years, and I think when I first met him, I asked him this all very seriously, and he told me, and he was just like, "I used to drink," or something like that. I was just like, "You were fucking fun." What happened? So anyway, I've always eyed the nitrous in this guy's office. Like, was this because this office has clearly been there here since like the 1940s. It's just like it's been there for like all time and space, always existed and always will. Anyway, I was giving him compliments on his clown art. I mean it though too. Imagine. You're like, hey, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to make people laugh. It's such a noble thing. It's like, yeah,
Right?
make them laugh. Like, go directly to paint your face a color and, you know, act stupid. Go!
Act stupid. Wave between emotions. Dramatically and...
Perform idiocy. It's so
Yeah.
funny. It's so raw.
So...
He had these posters on his walls of all sorts of different ancient forms of circuses. Circuses from the 1400s, circuses from the 1700s, circuses from the 1800s. All manner of circuses. And it got me thinking. Do you know what a player piano is?
One that plays itself?
Yes. It has a belt feed, and the belt feed has little notches on it. And when the notches go through the player piano, they make notes. So it's like if you had like a pencil and punched extra holes in the paper tape, it would make different music. It would have different notes. So if you ever use like a digital audio workstation, it has like a scroll of notes. It's just like that, but mechanical. Before the player piano, if you wanted to listen to music, you had to go talk to musicians about that. Humans.
Get them to play.
Yeah. Hey, is now a good time for you to play your good music? Not the shitty stuff, like the real good stuff.
I really love it if you would bless us, like... Oh.
You would have to like really pay those guys, and if they were drinkers, you'd have to make sure you had lots of wine around. I mean, it's gonna be a thing. You're not walking out of here scot-free with your music, right? Imagine the relief when the player piano came, and instead of some whiny drunk who always wants to be paid in booze and never performs properly, you just had a player piano all of a sudden, and you just press a button and it just spits out the tune. That is what I was thinking about clowns in relation to like Patch Adams. Like once you have a recording of a great actor doing a role and it's been shot really well, you have it for all time, and you can watch it as many times as you want, and like you can watch it frame by frame. You can watch it, you know, there's just like it's anyway, before there was that, there had to be a lot of clowns, is what I was getting. Like, you just have an army of clowns. Like, some of them die, some of them fall off the train. You know, whatever. Like, you need lots of clowns to make a big crowd laugh because there was no amplification. Just people.
Yeah. So what do you think about what is it about inviting clowns to like little kids' birthday parties and stuff? Like,
I just think it's all they had. They just had. I mean, I think the entertainment we have now is way better than just a bunch of clowns. Like, that's why it went away, because it got replaced with much better entertainment.
At the same time, it is a bunch of clowns.
It is just a bunch of clowns, man. They don't really have good business skills. They've already admitted that when they put on that makeup. Somebody's on A. I don't know. It's all very sad because it's a time that doesn't exist anymore. There's no troop of clowns coming to your town that just want to delight and entice you and like show you elephants and show you fire and just bewilder your imagination. Sonic Death. Sonic Death. Sonic Death. Serious Sonic Death.
So, how about now?
There's back. It's back. I killed Reach.
I thought that was somebody else.
I thought it was the universe popping apart, like coming ripped at the seams. It's just because you have the headset on, and it's so close. It's so close. It's like such a fail. It's such a neuro fail. It's awesome. Woo! It's like on Joe Rogan when they do the smelling salts. They always are doing the smelling salts now. You guys been keeping up on any JRE?
No.
I have watched a couple of those from recently. I haven't seen them.
Yeah.
Smelling salts. Just doing that with this, with like the wake up you're passed out smelling salt.
Yes.
Oh.
They just use it all the time now. They're just like smelling salt addicts, more or less. It's sad to watch, man. It's sad to see him. I'm just kidding. There's a little
Yoder.
fucking Yoda. Here comes Yoda. He wants to pick a fight.
Yoder.
He wants to pick a fight.
Yeah,
Oh look, he's in the kill box.
Yeah.
It's in the death box. Box of death.
Funny.
Bader.
1 second. Boom. On like Donkey Kong. Let's go.
Behind in the death box.
In the death box. There's death box in the death. Just gonna
He's
keep
dead
on.
now.
Nice job. Wow, we sure cleaned that up.
So A is being captured pretty bad.
Have you guys caught all the Alex Jones coming back to X situation?
Yes, I watched the hour and a half
Yeah.
that came along with that. With
With
Andrew
Elon
Tate
and Alex getting
it.
interviewed. With Nate
Yeah,
or whatever his name is, Tate.
there's a lot of people coming in.
That it is like the craziest party line, like wildness.
Oh yeah, I believe there is like a lot more footage. I just got hour and a half of like a beefy portion.
He was on Tucker Carlson too, and that was like one of the most intense things I've ever heard.
What?
Alex Jones
Nate?
on Tucker Carlson this week.
Oh my goodness.
It was just like, here's your dose of truth. He's so humbled through this whole experience. He's not the same person who started the journey. Someone's over on A.
Oh yeah, Alex. He's definitely been
Seasoned.
it's been very interesting to listen to, and yeah, season is a very
By the suffering.
good descriptor. Yes, absolutely.
He was literally martyred. He was the first one canceled, and now he's back uncanceled. It's like a change of the guard. It's like a change in history. It's like he really was the first one. I remember when it happened. It was like, oh no! It was very obvious they were going to do it to everyone. Alex Jones first, and that's basically he told the whole story about how that's exactly what went down. Oh, they're on A. No, they're not.
Oh yeah, and well, like the thing was, is like you definitely
won
had
that
like a
shit?
lot, like people who
Fuck yeah.
seemed to have that happen to them were all kind of just like
Yeah.
in one room there, and they were like, just they realized that they all have that in common.
Let's go, gentlemen. Let's go. Quick break and we're back. Ripcord of the future. Here we go. Back in this time dimension.
I realized after sitting there for a very long time, I had not gotten any water. I need
You
water.
didn't get any water.
Didn't get any water. Got it now.
Nice. Very nice.
So,
that's gonna be helpful.
Yeah. Quenches thirst. So I wanted to ask, like, have you? What's the difference between autism, monotropism, and ADHD?
I don't know
Like,
about the monotropism.
how
What's monotropism, yo?
Monotropism is like it's like, I think it's like the inclination to like to tunnel on things to the point where you like
Monotropism. Oh, like that seems like over-medicated youth.
monotropism. No.
It just sounds like a chemical. That sounds like a side effect of some Adderall.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't understand what ADHD is. I think it's because
Attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. They started passing out that diagnosis like candy when I was about in like the 5th grade, and I had educators beg my mom to drug me, and she was like, "No, don't drug him. He's crazy, but that's how he is." And so I got left alone, but chemically, and I always thought that I was lucky as shit, because if I was coming up today, they'd be like, "He can't attend our building unless you drug him."
Right. He can't be in our cramming.
Yeah, you can't expose this kind of human to
to adults.
He's crazy. Do you know he's crazy?
On what metric?
On the sit still and pay attention metric. Losing.
So yeah.
So that's
you gotta
ADHD.
run this guy.
ADHD is like it's
Track and
it's based
field.
it's growing up on sugar cereal and cartoons and poor language skills, and then fucking stirring it all up in a bucket. And look it!
So,
It's a kid with a lot of
Daniel-
energy
Daniel,
and
now-
no
now
interest
we know
in
there
learning
are
what.
No serious answers. What do you think, ADHD?
Oh, I'm like stoned out.
Very medical. Very
I
medical.
mean,
That's a DMS4, bitches. That's like pure. It's pure DMS4 right there, man. Take it to the bank.
I don't even fucking know.
They'll prescribe on that description.
ADHD. Crazy.
I bet I could
kid.
get a telehealth nurse to get me hooked up with some Adderall based on exactly what I just said.
Yeah.
I don't want any of that. I don't need speed. I'm good. I'm speedy
Yeah,
enough,
I did
man.
not like Adderall myself when I had it. I was
It is speed.
prescribed
It's
or
speed.
diagnosed at a younger age with
freaking meth,
ADHD.
They're like, hey man, take
And
some
yeah.
meth. This will totally work.
I felt like a whole ass different person.
When you were
when I was
methed up, I
taking
bet.
it. Yeah, I was like aware of it. I was like, this shit don't feel right. I don't like who I am, what I feel like.
Whack! So wrong to just like shit on someone's whole diagnosis. It's awful.
Well,
People are so using that stuff. Journalists use that
yeah.
stuff. Writers
yeah.
use that stuff. People write books that are like 1,200 pages long. It's like, oh, medicated for sure.
yeah.
Like,
I mean,
I'm
it's just a
completely
performance-enhancing
unmedicated at this
drug
point,
for knowledge work. I mean,
other
for
than
programming and yeah, pot's the go. Well, pot's
Yeah,
the oldest medicine
pot's
known to
all
man.
I take or use
The-
at this point.
The oldest medical thing that we can find is in Chinese, and it's like, hey, gather around. There's like 278 plants, and here's how to use them. Okay, or there's 278 uses for plants. The first like 200 is cannabis,
Hey.
and then we found some others that kind of work like cannabis, but not as good. But we're gonna tell you about those too. That's literally the first textbook. It's like you can use cannabis for so many things. It is a general purpose anti-inflammatory, anti-pain. It is a euphoric. It's anti-depression. It's got, I mean, the amount of stuff you can throw out in your Western medicine cabinet when you know how to use some cannabis is a large number for a lot of people. You don't need psych meds so much. You don't need pain meds. I mean, just those two categories right there.
One of the very convenient things about banning it or making it illegal to have on you and
Is
possess
you have
was
to
that.
pay for all that shit.
Yep, now you get to pay for all that shit.
It's cheaper. It grows by the side of the the road. It's a weed. It'll grow anywhere if you let it. It'll just do it. And it's like they can't do it. For-profit health system. For-profit health system.
Yeah.
No, Will Robinson. No kickback to pharma. What the monkey
Too
joke are
many
you talking?
lobbyists.
Yeah, exactly. No one's lobbying on behalf of Mother Nature with her bounteous Mary Jane of awesomeness.
Yeah, what?
Sweet Jane.
So, another commons problem.
Yeah.
You know? So how do we want it to be?
Like it is in Colorado. It's good.
Okay.
It's perfect.
Yeah,
in-
on
perfect.
the
It's
on the
perfect in
mountain.
Colorado.
You gotta go to the mountain. Go to the
Dude.
mountains.
Rogan has been waxing rhapsodic about the mountains. He's like, I really want to wake up and see like birds and deer. And I'm like, this morning I went outside early, but almost before the sun came up, to feed birds. These super smart Clark nutcrackers that come and have bewitched my wife and myself. And we love these poor little sweet things. We feed them like they're our children. And then, while I'm doing that, a whole family of deer descend just off the side of the mountain. And I'm just like, get out of here, you nerds. And they're like, we understand, but the babies are going to eat. And I'm like, fine, I don't object. I can't object. I'm not feeding deer, though. The fish and wildlife wants to come and raid my place again.
Yeah.
I will defend it bodily unless you got a warrant. Woo! Let's go!
Get off my lawn!
Dude,
Get out my lawn.
the last time Fish and Game came, I did the mistake of talking to the cops. I was like explaining what was going on, and they decided something else was going on, and they wrote me a ticket for that. And I said, this is ridiculous. And the guy was like, you're totally gonna go, you're going down. And I'm like, oh, that's totally for a judge to decide. I was like, you want to go talk to the judge about this, or you just want to, like, this is insane. I was like arguing with him, and he's like, you've got to show up. And I was like, I'll totally show up. This is crazy bullshit. I showed up. I explained it to the judge. She was like, what? And I was like, yeah. And I'm like, can you please keep this maniac away from me? And she's like, no problem. It's dismissed. I'm like, thank you. Anyway. I was like, I got a vigilante. He looked like Chips the motorcycle cops with the mustache and like the gay pants.
Really?
Yeah, that dude to a T, like to a T. I was like, dude, have you seen Chips? And he was like, what? And I was like, you're lying right now. You've seen Chips? You look exactly like the guy from Chips.
That's probably why he got you. He pissed you off.
Well, he tried. Fool me once.
He tried to get you. Yeah.
Anyway,
He
next
wasted your
time I'm
fucking
shooting him.
time. That's what he did.
Next time it's like, hey, you got a warrant? No. Okay, you've got 4 seconds to get off my land, or this is.
Stepping back.
I don't care. I don't care, Mr.
Yeah?
Chips. Whoopee!
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, I love cops, but I don't love them when they're.
This is my thin blue line.
Dude, you gotta do me right. If you're gonna do me dirty, that just ain't gonna happen. You're with your filthy corruption and your stupid
Yeah,
mustache.
most cops are gonna be very good, but yeah,
They're
it
usually
is
pretty cool
crazy
humans.
How you
Get a little abuse of
see
power, fishing
Yeah,
wildlife, be
oh.
like, woo!
even like
Not a
and
real
just
cop.
the humanity of even the cop, like not even seeing what they're doing. Like that's in the
They get
same-
power hungry. Authority corrupts everybody. They need to
Obviously, like yeah,
Power does
corrupted
corrupt
by
everybody.
Yeah.
power. Yeah.
Yeah, you get a little trigger happy. Like, hey, we're just gonna shoot a few, right? It's like, wait, what?
Or not even that. They get a little
Your gun
scared.
and
They
shoot.
get a little scared, and then their ego.
I said shoot,
And they
soldier.
fold over their ego. They're like, no, do not backsass me, even though I have way bigger fish to
Dude,
fry.
When I
I'm
was a
gonna
jury,
step on your neck.
when I was
Yeah.
in jury service, I was killing. I was dropping bombs, and the only guy who was cracking up was the cop. It was like I was dropping some. I was trying to make some jokes, and he was like like he was like the only one in uniform, like, and the whole place was fun.
Oh, man.
It's great. Anyway,
Poor
some cops
cop.
are awesome. Some cops are awesome.
Most aren't.
Oh, it's a calling to protect and serve. That's noble.
Right.
You know,
I know.
Saint Michael is the protective saint
I
of,
think-
of cops.
Yeah. The thing is
It's a hard
they're-
ass job.
you train for
It
dominance,
is
and it is
definitely
a hard job.
ass job.
Well, if they're trained right, they can get their job done without anybody noticing. You know, that's like
Yeah,
a good servant. Is like being almost in. Hey, did the peace get kept? Yeah, how did it happen? I don't know, but when these guys are around, it works out. You know, would be the perfect solution. Not all the whatever. Yoda. Oh my God, Yoda wasn't having it. Anyway, I don't mean to criticize. It is an absolutely mind-numbingly difficult challenge to apply, sublethal force to a populace that, doesn't like that.
Goddamn Yoda. Got a Yoder.
I know. I'm shooting him. I'm shooting him in his little britches.
Got him.
Where's that nutbag?
Freaking Yoder.
A is falling. Got the
I've
shooter way
got
back.
B. I've got Leia on B.
Leia on B. Okay, cool. I'm gonna try to stop the steal on A here.
I died on B. Leia's still holding strong.
Dude, the political climate that is heating up for 2024, next
Oh my
level
God.
chaos. Next level chaos. With X being open source more or less, and like being able to, like, the truth being able to come out. There's people who are like, we're gonna nuke something. Like they COVIDed us into the last set of power changes with, all of that nonsense. And now they're gonna be like, let's start a nuclear war with Russia. Quick, we gotta have a Democrat in office. It's the end of the world. I'll show you. Why are you demonstrating this?
Oh my gosh. I
Dude.
do not like how sick everyone is from a COVID outburst after Thanksgiving, and
Yeah.
how like doomer all the Gen Xers and their like offspring have gotten in the last month. It is
Doomer?
crazy. Yeah, dude. Doomer.
There's a lot of
Like-
boomers.
Tell me some examples of doom. I love it.
Well, people have gotten really serious. Let's put it that way. Maybe it's not because they are saying doom, but it's not like I don't agree with a lot of the points they're making.
Oh, you're talking about
It's been
commentators.
heavy. Yeah.
Give me some names here. Give me some names here. Is Tim Pool losing his mind? What's going on?
I haven't been watching Tim Pool at all, actually.
Me neither.
Um,
I feel like I got
neither
all the
have I.
Tim. I feel like I downloaded his source code, and I was like, I got this. I feel like in my imagination, I could wind up Tim and just let him go on any
have a
subject.
Tim AI.
I have an internal Tim. I had internalized Tim AI, and I was like, I'm good. I'm good. I brought a subject would come up, and I'd just be like, I bet he's gonna say A, B. Oh, here comes story C. Yep, there it is. I was like, I got this.
He talks a lot.
Well,
He talks
that's the thing. You
5
can
nights
get,
a week.
and he speaks his
Yeah.
mind a lot, so you can really
Yeah.
download him. I mean, I think it's almost intentional.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
You can run your own Tim model, your own Tim large language model.
I've got like a niche set of commentators that I just watch on YouTube. Kind of just cycle in and out of different people who just talk about
Just
things.
Talking.
Nice.
Yep. It ranges a lot, but a lot of it's usually related to political, either thoughts on things, whether it's a movie or
The thing about politics
just a trend or whatever. It's
thing about-
it's everywhere.
The thing about politics is you're really only called to serve politically when you either vote or you call your congresshumans. That's it. Like that's it. Or you can make donations and get like PAC involved. Like, you know, get in on the corruption of buying your own politician, which is the American way, you know? And there's those levels. And there's so much money in it that you've got, if you want to start buying politicians, you need to get like billions. I think it's about $2 billion for the U.S. presidency these days. $2 billion. And you're paying that money to TV and to radio and to... you're basically
That
keeping
Yoda
this
down
giant, bloated monstrosity that is legacy media afloat with its advertising dollars for no eyeballs because their programming is terrifyingly bad.
Legacy media is dying.
Dead. They got nothing. You can add them all up, and you don't
nothing.
get one Rogan show. And there's like a dozen Rogans. It's like it's not even. I mean, it's insanity. It's
Yeah, I don't
over.
watch anything.
The only they just there's just a lot of people that haven't gotten the control of the remote. You know, they're just like, nah. I have this box I like. It goes well with
Yeah.
my scotch. I just watch it. It's fine. You know, they're
I
not.
don't even
They're
fucking
done.
watch
They're
Netflix
done.
or anything like that. I watch YouTube.
That's better than fucking. I've run into people your age that are just like, all I watch is TikTok, and I'm like, I can see it on your face.
Yeah, no. All I watch is YouTube.
See it in your eyes, you crazy little fuck.
You're so cracked out right now. I get it. I totally. I'm totally down with what you're saying.
And you have nothing other than like surface interaction with the randomest facts to talk about.
When you see
Yeah.
someone cracked out attention wise, like that, like someone's just been doom scrolling on Twitter and they're just like, and then you be like, okay, do this spreadsheet, and you watch their reaction. That's ADHD. Legit. That's DMS4. Take it to the bank. Let's go.
USA, dude, what?
Let's fucking go. Handbrake of the gods. This party I went to, I kept running into people who were into the Loop Daddy, who were into Marc Ribier and his loop-tastic loop stuff, and they're like, "You're into Marc Ribier?" And I was like, I'd look at him sideways and I go, "You're into Marc Ribier?" And they'd laugh. Like, we both thought the other one was not as cool. You're into it? You're into it? Maybe I have to stop being into it because you're into it. You know what I mean? Jelly bean. Wait, they're just letting anybody tune in on Spotify? What? Dude, what are you guys doing for your Christmas celebrations? How Feliz Navidad are you getting, motherfuckers?
That's a good question.
I want to wish you a Merry Christmas.
Whoa! Did you see that?
I'm getting pretty Feliz Navidad, just FYI.
Oh,
I think we don't have Dan. Oh, Daniel, you're gonna freak out. He's gonna get kicked. He's gonna get kicked. Quick, jitter around. The AI's got your number.
Oh shit! Yeah.
We're in a triple XP weekend, by the way.
When is it not a triple XP?
It's eternal triple. But it's like insanity how many levels we're just getting all these triple weekends. All weekends are triple weekends. It is. All weekends are triple weekends. But that's what 2024 is going to be like. All weekends are going to be triple experience point weekends on the political level. But the thing is about the politics, all you have to do is know enough to vote right. All you have to know is enough to vote right, and you just have to call in occasionally on shit you care about, and you can kind of tune down the volume on it, and it's smart to turn down the volume on it. Because in general, it's a waste of time. Like, it's useful to a point, but the way it is commercialized in every little, it's like sports. It's like you can get politics sports, but really, just be holding people accountable, and screw the parties. They're corrupt. They're corrupt. They're awful. Trump has gotten rid of the Republican Party, and they just can't sink the Democratic Party low enough. It's 1,000 miles under sludge, toxic waste, and they're just swimming around breathing that stuff. Be like, let's just censor them. It's the worst. It's like,
yeah, dude, the stuff that's. Oh, Glenn Greenwald last night was talking about.
Oh, he's great.
They're trying to sneak something into one of their bills to re-up the. Okay, so with the Patriot Act, where they don't have to. Where they can spy on us.
Yeah. They should repeal the entire thing.
They had to have that thing renewed, and they've renewed it. All right.
It should be canceled. The entire thing should be canceled
right now. It's up for renewal right now.
Or portions
of those liberties that they've granted themselves to
surveil us without limits.
Yeah.
The NSA has not wittingly collected any intelligence on Americans. I'm James Clapper lying to Congress.
We've updated our protocols and procedures our policies to prevent misuse. Okay, and then then the next time they come in, they've broken all their own rules, and they do it each time.
There's no consequence.
Come in and say they've changed the rules. Please don't worry about it.
We've moved the lines appropriately.
And then,
we have assassinated our competition. It's happened. Like don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's exactly the same way organized crime operates. This does not concern you. Do not think about these things. These are not your issues. These are our issues. We're in charge here.
Yeah.
It's exactly the same way organized crime thinks.
No, you should be scared of the things I'm protecting you from.
Be really terrible if your democracy here took a spill. Uh-oh.
Yeah. Says the spillers of democracy.
Says anyone who can profit off of that.
And they would be the right
traitors.
If you wanted to do that.
Traitors, and they're always like, the reason's always the same. It's like, oh my god, I
totally had a mortgage. Thrashed upon.
I had a mortgage, man. That's why I had to sell you all out. That's why I had to sell out all humanity, because I had to like pay a bill.
Because I had some debt.
Because I had to pay a bill for something I didn't really need.
Fuck out of us to have debt.
It's always that. And corruption's just stacking up a bunch of those until you can run the whole thing like a puppet master, puppeteer, whatever agency you got. Well, anyway, on a brighter note, Alex Jones is back on X, and that's happy because it's gonna be. It was literally Alex Jones, Elon Musk, like what's his name? Nate Tate. Yeah, I can't remember.
Andrew
his name.
Tate.
Andrew Tate. That's right.
Yep.
And a bunch of other people. It was
Yeah.
wild, dude. And it could not have been. They're gonna be talking about that for months in the various echo chambers of like the MSNBC variety.
Oh yeah.
where they're just like, conspiracy, your whole world's being snatched from you because this one guy can now speak again. It's like, are you guys like listening to yourselves? Are you at all capable of hearing how censorship was
What's
ugly
worse?
when I was growing
One
up?
guy
It was ugly.
saying some crazy stuff, or 7 people saying the same thing, which is crazier?
Wow.
Yeah.
Like, 7 people saying the exact same thing.
The
or
coordination.
One guy saying something
corrupt coordination.
unexpected. Yeah.
There's people who are like, we just lie for a living. We're a PR agency. We just lie for a living. That's what we do. That's we're spin control. We're meaning, it's just like you are all liars. I learned something when I was like 20, and it was this. Never ask an honest man to make sense of a lie. At some point, you just got to say it's lies, and then you walk away. You don't have to get into the intricacies of how lying is undertaken. It's just like not true.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And you can work on that.
Well, don't waste your time on it. You know?
Yeah, don't waste your time on it. Exactly. That's a huge thing. It's a huge thing not to lose your mind on that shit. Anyway, outrage, everything is in vogue.
Let's
so
envision.
watch out.
Let's envision the future we want to see.
John Krasinski during COVID had this thing called "And Now for Some Good News," and he would put on a suit. He'd put on a suit top, and he had like pajama bottoms on, and he'd hang out with his wife and his kids, and he would say like some good shit. He would just make up some good news, and that was so successful that before COVID was over, I think he sold it for $7 million to one of the networks. I was like, that dude just made $7 million on his home project during COVID. I was like, touche, sir.
Wow.
Nice.
I don't think they ever did anything with it, but it was very, very, very cool. They had people on the International Space Station reading good news for him. It was nice. It's like the happy side of the PSYOP. Oh yeah, the happy side of the PSYOP. That was a PSYOP. We were PSYOPed by our deep state using military-grade information weaponnot that they used to topple governments in other parts of the world. Used to like, there's no out. You got to do these things. You got to take these shots. You gotta nothing else reasonable can possibly happen. And they fucking psyoped us. They psyoped us. I'm on B. B is safe.
Yeah, why did they just clear
in
B?
door.
Are they just going for A?
Who cares? Let's kill them. Let's kill them all. These are above my pay grade.
Wow. These questions are above my level of thinking.
She got.
I don't comprehend.
There. She just threw a shield up. They got it. There. It's theirs. Should
Baba
have
booey.
taken the murdering of our enemies more seriously. I
Baba
was sleeping
booey.
on it there. Dude, so Daniel, tell me about your musical setup. What have you got? What's in the works, etc.
So I have just moved. I've gotten into a new place for like $750. It's like 400 square feet.
Nice.
So
Smallish.
Yeah, it's small.
That's affordable.
It is just affordable. And it's decent. It's just enough size for me.
It's good for one person, dude.
That's
yeah,
amazing.
it's great for one person. Peter's
Very
been here.
punk.
I've gotten it quite
With the kitchen.
decent so far. But that's what I'm still working on. I'm still working on getting it settled in here, and then I'm also working on figuring out how, like, getting a routine figured out, because I need to make time now to do music and stuff like that. Because I'm not at my house all the time anymore. I have a girlfriend that I go and see the night with, so...
This is an incredibly wonderful distraction from artistic endeavors. Time honored. And acceptable.
Being quite
Totally
distracting.
acceptable. Yeah, 100%.
But I'm
course.
now trying to figure out time that I can have alone where I'm just doing my thing. Because like I have
Exactement.
this time. So like, but that's for this. So like not music. So I'm trying to figure out
I
how
have
I
to-
can incorporate.
I have
Sometime
to
then.
I have to carefully negotiate all of my social contracts when I go in to make music, because first off, I make a lot of noise in there, and that's very disturbing to all the people I live with. I need to soundproof the room, and I need to wire in about another 200 amps down into the basement to really run it properly. Right now, I've got an extension cord the size of your arm, like the thickness of your wrist, running downstairs. It looks like a fire hazard, which it sort of is, but it means I have to leave the doors open while I'm in there making music. So sometimes I fantasize about making music at like 2 a.m. I can make great music at that time, but I have to wait because I have to wait until all the people wake up in my house. Because if I wake them up by screaming in the basement, they'll call the cops.
Oh jeez. Wow, yeah.
Call the cops.
Just kidding. No one's calling the cops.
I want to get these really cool
There's no reason to bring in
speakers
an
that I've
external
seen.
authority. I'm sorry, what?
I want to get these really cool speakers that I've found, and
Yep.
I have 1,000 or like apparently like a 1,200 peak watt amp that I can use to power them, because they're like towers that have like
Here comes
big
Yoda.
subs in them. And I want to see if I can get my hands on them, because like that'll be pretty dope.
Pretty dope.
That'd be
Yeah,
really
we-
loud.
Some
We just got
big
assassinated on B. Assassinated. They got 25 seconds to make this real.
Just get some crazy bass.
Okay, but my karma's been good, and I have been rock chalking and jayhawking. For the last 2 weekends, I've done a broadcast each weekend. Maybe 3 weekends now. 2, 3? I can't remember. And it is a balance between doing live music and doing and then just goofing around and recording it. Goofing around and recording it, I feel way more free to just goof around, because it's really just me and I can always edit, whatever. And so it take more time to figure things out. When I have enough of that in the can, I can do live broadcasting where I really don't feel comfortable like super goofing around, just a little bit, enough to kind of keep it interesting, but you're live performing, and so you at least gotta keep it semi-respectable from a. It's gotta work more or less, at
Gotta
least
flow.
a little. It's gotta flow. It's gotta be a little danceable. It's gotta be have a little bit of something in there that's moving it along. It can't just be the stuff I do when I am not broadcasting. So anyway, I think the key to all endeavors is just more practice, more love, more power, more of you in my life, music,
Absolutely.
more of you in my life.
We are graced by the presence of Lord Palpatine.
I want to start changing up
Oh,
the music I listen to bad.
Fight to the last.
Well, that's amazing. That's fun. Like you want to closer to stuff you want to make.
Like yeah, I want to just change. Yeah, I want to find different music genre. Like, I like slow. I want to find some slower stuff that's like very that has a degree of funk to it, I suppose.
Do you ever listen to country?
Country, yes, I do like country. And I do
awesome.
think there's some country that would be in there.
How about rockabilly? You ever listen to any Uncle Tupelo?
I have no idea what that is.
Okay then, I got some recommendations.
Bit.
There's a song called 16 Keys that's like really, I don't know, you can get a lot of really soulful, folksy music out of this universe. It's out there.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
Cowboy Junkies? You ever get any Cowboy Junkies?
Don't think so.
Fucking nice! The album Trinity Session might be, it's in my top 3 albums of all time. I mean, I know you know about CCR.
Nope.
Yeah, he does.
Clearwater Revival?
Oh yeah, I know them. Okay, I don't know these acronyms, but I do know them by that name.
Down on the corner.
Yeah,
Out in the
I love their
streets.
music. Yeah,
Play da 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 da.
their shit's fire.
Their shit is fire. You can't go wrong with those amazing boys from Alabama or Tennessee.
Yeah,
or
no,
somewhere
if
down
you got
there.
more music that's like up that alley, for sure, I would definitely
Dude,
appreciate.
what you do culturally is you put the Vietnam War on the speakers, and then the kids freak out and they make great music. There's a whole lot that got made that time.
Yeah,
It's real nice.
no, this is true.
Down on the corner,
The world was a crazy place.
out in the streets. There's nothing like conflict like that. I mean, that's why if you go to like Salt Lake City, they've got like great punk rock. If there is actually something to rebel against, like the Mormon church like that, the way it just is Salt Lake City, that is a lot to rebel against, yo. It makes some beautiful, outrageous music.
Right now, we
Yeah,
are
great art.
Yeah,
Good art,
right.
man. Good art. I mean, I'm not saying the Mormonism isn't great art too, but like the punk music in response is a nice.
I love my fellow Mormons.
Mormons are nice, man. There's some sweethearts. There's some really amazing people.
Latter-day Saints.
These are the latter days for those sweet saints in their book. Town on the corner. I don't think they're wrong when people are. We got our own government being like, "Yeah, we're gonna nuke them, right?" It's like nuclear extortion.
Yeah, that's what we do.
We got to get control of the thing. Yeah, we got to get control of the thing.
Yo,
Nice.
yo. See, all
Nice.
W's tonight. I don't think we lost a single one.
How we doing on time? We got 10
I'm
minutes.
out.
One. Sneak in one more. Sneak in one more.
I'm out.
Let's sneak it in.
I gotta go.
Oh, you're gonna go now. We're done,
Yeah.
dude. Have
Oh,
a wonderful evening.
I'm gonna eject. Yep.
Take it easy, Daniel. You want to chill out and do other crazy stuff for a while?
I don't mind. I don't mind at all.
Peter, have a wonderful evening.
Yeah.
See ya.
Thank you. Have a good
This
one.
is Peter.
Peace.
Nice.
Nice.
Dude, I one of the ways I was able to actually start making music is I locked in on. I was just like this much gear and no more. I sort of drew a little ring around it, and I have outside that ring I do experiments, but inside that ring I don't make a lot of changes, and that way I've sunk into this set of controls does this, and there's just a lot of choices. So you gotta like simplify
So,
for the live performance stuff.
Let me see if I can. Let me just
Nice.
wrong one.
I'm gonna throw us into another round. We're going to Tatooine. We're going to Tatooine.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, we're gonna cut away for 1 second. Quick intermission. Here we go.
Yup.
Let's win this one for Peter.
Yes.
Let's punish these fools for Peter.
Yes.
For the resistance. Dude, I have got some stuff planned for Christmas. The Christmas break, like being having a little more introspective time. I have got a couple of classes lined up that I'm going to be diving into, but two of
Ooh.
them are on different types of music production.
Good luck
So-
with those.
Yes, I'm going to try to increase my skill set, but I've also got a piece of a sequencer that I want to get more into. And Garrett and I were goofing around with those Behringer Edges, which are these really nice synths. And I've barely scratched the surface on that synth. I could definitely spend some more time getting jiggy with it. If I can broadcast a couple days live over the break, I think that'd be a super huge win for mankind as well.
That would, yeah, that sounds like a reasonable goal.
Absolutement.
Wish you luck with that.
Absolutely. If I can get in there like 3 or 4 days a week, everything can like move forward, like a little bit better a little bit better music each time. And what I try to do is record everything. Every note, every little wiggle waggle experiment that I make, I record because it's potentially something I can sample and use later, or I can just like take a little experimental section and make it like a little mini song.
Yeah.
It's like a one-off in the universe and it just got captured.
Very true. And I'm trying to do the same. You've inspired me to do the same thing with my music whenever I make, or I try to practice.
Nice.
Or whatever.
One thing
for the holidays. Oh.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say for the holidays, what I'm doing is I'm gonna go visit my dad.
Nice.
And
you guys talk guitars sometimes.
I'm going to Louisiana, and I'm going to mostly be staying with my dad, but I'll also be seeing my mom because I'm going down with my girlfriend to introduce her to my family.
Oh, that's awesome.
I pretty much know her family, and like her family loves me, so I'm trying to get her to, meet mine. So,
nice.
I'm bringing her along. She's gonna meet them. It's gonna be very fun.
Very
interesting.
Cool. Dude, congrats. That sounds amazing. You guys are serious. That's great.
Oh well, I mean, yeah, I don't like to play around.
Nice. That's wonderful. I think that is a worthy adventure and endeavor to embark upon.
Oh yeah, I'm like very serious, and she is too.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah. I really don't like messing around. I think it's a big waste of time, and I'm not trying to do that.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Very, very cool. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. I got this. There was like an 80% off Cyber Monday deal on some courses, and one of the courses that I got is like a 4.5-hour deep dive into how to monetize your music on Spotify, like how to do the stuff that the algorithm will reward, and it doesn't have anything to do with the kind of music you make. It has to do with your posting schedule and how you sort of set stuff up and how you go about it. And anyway, if you get like 7 little nuggets of like something somewhat interesting together, that's an album. You just need 7 tracks. It could be a little, like a crazy experimental album, or it could be anything. That plus track names plus a piece of album art, and you are good to go. You can get on a lot of major. You can get on all the major platforms, and you can have be listed on Spotify. And anyway, I'm going to. That's kind of more the commercial side of it, which I have never spent even a dollop of time. I've helped several musicians get their music on CD Baby back in the day, and through that onto like iTunes and the Apple Store and that kind of jazz. Bandcamp is the one that I love these days for publishing music. It is a very nice.
Bandcamp.
You ever go on Bandcamp?
Nope.
Bandcamp is nice.
I think I have heard about it though.
They just recently sold to a new owner, and they're kind of like the devil, the new owner, and so they've lost some of that. They've lost some of that charm that they used to have, but there will be something that replaces it. But yeah, Bandcamp was the golden, like it gave the most money back to artists, and it wasn't like any more expensive, and so it was just cut out the tremendous fees that like the Google Play Store and the Apple stores of the world charge just to do business.
Exist, yeah.
Fees that should be illegal. They're just rent. There's like, pay me rent for this device. It doesn't work without this rent.
It's fucking annoying as hell.
It's not like dope-ass engineering. It's more like organized theft of time and energy of our society.
Oh my lord. Yep.
But we're just enabling these products and services. Tell it to the crowd as we hang you.
Please.
They're out here murdering engineers, product engineers. It'd be cool if they engineered something good. If it's just lame, we just can't reward that. Can't reward that behavior. Can't do it. Can't do it. Must stop it at all costs. Public execution is not going too far in my book. Just kidding.
I mean, there are still public executions that do take place to this day.
Well, it's an execution of people's reputations and their, you know, their ability to do banking and stuff. That was the thing with Alex Jones. That was the first time they had taken someone's banking away, and just a cadre, a conspiracy of tech giants just got together and were like, hey, I'm Tim Cook and I just decide this person doesn't have it anymore, and everyone else is following for freedom, for democracy somehow, or just because we're control freaks. And they did it to him, and Alex Jones has proof that they used him as a test. That they basically, after that, they were like, hey, look, the public didn't really react super negatively to this, so we can just do this to anyone we want, anytime we want. No big deal. And then they started to do it, and then tens of thousands of people had the same treatment, where they cut off their banking just for lame stuff. Like that dragnet got applied to so many people that did not deserve it. A lot of veterans got accused of being, you know, anti-Americans. Like, wait, the people who are like sacrifice their lives potentially for us, those are the ones we have to watch out for. And that's when you realize that so much of with the Twitter files, and then the Facebook files, and now with all of this government disinformation stuff files, these during the War on Terror, they grew this bureaucracy, and this bureaucracy doesn't have a good enemy anymore. They're not focusing on the Russians. They're not focusing on anything in the Middle East. They're focusing it on Americans. White Christian male Americans is their target demographic to smear and tar. And it's like, that's like written down, and it's insane how racial it is. And it was just like, it was really amazing to hear just a frank conversation about how bad it's gotten, or it's become from Alex Jones in all these different ways. And also Brett Weinstein, he had a really great interview with Dave Rubin, and he laid out a lot of the wisdom from his Dark Horse podcast over the last few years. He like laid it out in that one place, and it was like, whoa, society has lost a lot of ground. There's just a lot of people that lead with the race first everything, and that is definitely a step back and a step down to just a far worse way of organizing society, and it's never gonna work out. It's been tried. It's never. That is just the enlightenment and the ability to work with people who are different than you constructively and not worry about that shit as much is going to be a huge advantage over the areas and the groups that can maintain it. So if you're a part of a group that can think in a more open way, really, not just DEI it, but like actually do it, you're going to have such an advantage just culturally and engineering wise and technology wise. It'll that way, that super race oriented way of thinking and doing, that's never going to work. That's some lame dumb stuff, and it's crazy how far it's gotten where it's just like even hard to, like, that's not a controversial thing I just said. That was how I was raised. Like, that's like how we function in the Midwest. That's like really normal, and it's weird how everything's got all turned around. Oh, I'm stuck. I'm so stuck. Come on. Oh no. It's a metaphor. It's a metaphor. I'm gonna have to respawn. Whoa! Anyway, it was very cool to hear several different people's perspective on that, but like Elon Musk's perspective on it, just the worth the fight to stand up for the actual, just what your conscience says, just your conscience.
Yeah.
No one gets to control what other people's conscience tells them to do, you know? That's all.
Yeah.
You don't get to do that. And if you're trying to do that, what's wrong with your ideas that they're that bad?
I like
But you
that
have to-
general idea of thinking because, yeah, it's pretty much
Yeah.
what's going on.
Yeah.
You're having to persuade people. Why?
Well, and then X becomes a platform where people can actually talk. And when you actually allow people to speak to each other, who have differing points of views, you don't suppress one side or the other.
Yeah.
You get an exchange of ideas, you get an evolution of the whole thing, and these issues actually get worked out. That's what America and democracy is. Discussing it, working it out, testing out, doing small experiments. Like the Colorado cannabis experiment is so successful that the Mexican cartels are literally like, we should do what Colorado did. The Mexican cartels are like, we should legalize weed in Mexico and export it to the world and make the world's greatest cannabis, just like Colorado. It's like no more crime. It was literally such a good such a good experiment that organized crime couldn't make any more money in our state from cannabis. They had to all go away because we did it right. We regulated it properly, and we did a positive market, a white market, not correctly, and a legal market, and it worked out. Probably the best of any place I've seen. And so it
Don't
can be done.
drug
Good ideas
the money
can
that
win out.
comes from the cannabis
Schools.
go towards
They bought every kid 6 iPads and built them 3 extra stadiums and 2 more pools. They can't spend all the money. It's so much money.
That's so good. And then I mean, like, it can just move from thing to thing to thing after like once education gets to the point to there's what else can you do with it? I imagine there will be the conversation hey, we could use this money in other places.
You get it back from the government.
That wouldn't be a bad idea.
You get a refund. You get everybody in Colorado gets a cannabis check every year from extra cannabis sales. It's called Tabor, and they've been trying to fight it. They've been trying to shut it down, but yeah, everybody gets a cannabis check who pays taxes. It's like $1,700 or it's a huge amount. It was the highest it's ever been this last year. I can't remember what it was, $1,200, $1,400. Yeah, it was nice. It's just it's such a
pretty crazy.
Very profitable. Very profitable. This one's dedicated to Peter.
I don't really give a fuck. I fucking love chocolate chip ice cream. The sweet, savory, scrumptious, sugary, delicious, and sugary. The good stuff with double the chocolate chips. Chocolate chip cookies are pretty good, don't get me wrong, but I really fuck with the ice cream. I have 5 fingers. 5 fingers on both of my hands. I have 2 hands. In one hand, a chocolate chip ice cream cone. And in the other hand, one of those AR-15 fully automatic assault rifle things with the extended clips. It's not just ice cream to me. God bless America.
That is such a great voice clip.
Totally.
Okay.
I've got all sorts of stuff in here.
We choose truth over facts.
This is my
That was when he was actually in public and speaking. Oh, nice, man.
setup in my living room. So I've got the TV.
Nice.
Oh, geez,
You got a
this
nice
is
setup here.
difficult. The TV.
Oh, that keyboard looks great.
Yeah, the keyboard there. The rolling screen, the PS4.
I love this.
The main monitor with the PS4 and the other monitor.
Dude, this is a sweet setup. I love your tiki and the wall. That's awesome.
With the microphone, yeah. With the microphone and all that. Yeah, okay. So
You got a
this is
pro
my-
rig there, friend. That is a nice setup.
My stuff currently. Yeah.
Very, very cool.
Yeah, so I'm so ready to do this.
Let's settle in and make some shit.
Yeah, settle in and make some shit.
I keep it
Oh, it's
99 and then I
fucking
round
great.
it the fuck up.
I round it the fuck up.
I round it the fuck up.
Getting blazed all day long, just getting blazed. High as Jesus on the space shuttle.
Jesus.
You were doing some voice changing stuff earlier. That was awesome.
Brain.
Just crank the gain on this microphone and it just gets stupid sensitive.
Peter Danielson was trying to get his Generation Zero in order. He was making serious progress in that direction. And dude, that's going to be the over the Christmas project for the gaming tribe here, the bowling league. going to be maybe getting on some PC gaming. Have at least making some headway in that direction. Getting it kind of installed, getting the OBS programmed, where we could like play some. Generation Zero looks cool because it's a survival game, and you have to cooperate a lot with the other people who are playing, and that seems like an incredibly cool framework. I wanted to tell you, I was trying to get excited about Minecraft, but I couldn't do it. It's always been an educational tool for me. I never grew up playing it. Did you grow up playing a lot of Minecraft?
I mean, yeah, more or less.
Nice. That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, I have a lot of nostalgia with it and for it, but I mean, like, yeah, no, I get what you mean.
You should set up a server. You should set up a server and invite us and get it rocking. I was thinking about setting up my own, and I was just like, oh man, my heart is not in it. My heart's in this Generation Zero, getting everybody tweaked on the PS4s, and
yeah, that would unfortunately for me have to come later, like when I'm able to.
You make sense to me.
Well,
you're doing it right now. You're doing like 90% of that right now, so you're like kind of kicking ass.
How so?
Well, you're broadcasting, and like you're totally in our format. You've got it down, dude.
Oh yeah, in terms of that, yeah, but I mean, being able to host a server is something I'm not quite capable yet of.
I think it's just like $3 a month. My brother hosted one for his kids, and he was like, I think he was paying like $2 or $3 a month. It was nothing.
Oh yeah, well I mean I want to host my own like in my home.
Well, you can do that, but it makes it, and you can run what's called a software-defined VPN or a layer 2 software network, and that's just a little app that we all run on our computers, and then that's an easy way to hook that up, and so it's not hard. And is it open? No, Microsoft owns Minecraft. That's also why it's kind of traumatic. Ugh, Microsoft.
Java would be the way to go. Java is the one that was made before Microsoft.
There's a Java Minecraft you can use?
There's the Bedrock edition of Minecraft, which is the one that's accessible on most devices, like, you know, your mobile, Switch, PS4, PS5, Xbox. Everybody's got, you know, access to Bedrock at this point. Java is the one that is on PC and has only been on PC since the beginning, and is the original, you know, Minecraft that's been just developed upward and onward.
Well, that's
cool.
No,
it's great. That's the version that's.
Have you ever set up a server?
Satisfying one. Yes, I have. I've ran it locally, but I've not been able to run it outside my house because it requires some router shit, and I don't have a router.
Well, here's the thing.
Get my own router.
That's where this software-defined VPN would be the best. So what it is it's like Tailscale is the one we're using at work right now, and what it is everybody installs Tailscale free, and then there's a code that's the network that everybody joins. Whoever owns the network approves all of those joins, and then whenever those people run their Tailscale, oh, they're on A, they're totally got A, no big deal, we'll just keep harassing them. Everybody runs that, and then there's a little window that says, hey, Paul's computer's over here, Daniel's computer's over here, like, use this IP address for that. And so anyway, all you would do is just feed an IP.
Are we all in the same network type deal?
Yeah.
Like, it would put us virtually in the same network space, so we could technically LAN?
It would be exactly a LAN, because a LAN is a layer 2 in the OSI model experience, and that is exactly what it simulates, is a layer 2 software-defined VPN.
That sounds like that would work.
It's super easy too.
I could do that now. If we had that, I could literally do that right now. I can host a Minecraft server right now, because I can get the latest version of Minecraft running in a server-based thing. Just allocate some RAM to it, because I got 32 gigs. Minecraft takes only like, you know, fucking 8 at most.
At most.
To do it.
Well, how about
bullshit.
This? How about this as a milestone? If you get a hankering, get that Minecraft server running on your local environment there, and you'll know you're successful when you can log into that Minecraft server from your browser, whatever you use, whatever the client is for the Minecraft. In any event, when you can get that done, then it's super dead simple to add the tail scale on top of it. You just install the tail scale, and then you run it just exactly the same as I just described, and then I just type in your address and you're good.
I can get the server aspects set up, but then I would probably have to get your guidance on where to go from there because I don't know shit beyond it.
No. I could help you with the tail scale part. You get the server running where you can log into it, and you're like, we got it. It's just ready for other people to log into it.
Yeah, and like as if people were on my network, I could get them to join.
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
You don't have to worry about anything. Because the tail scale will take care of it all. Yeah, it's nice.
Well, really, it's opening up my computer and launching a client that allows people to join in general, and then
because you'd be the first one to join.
Yeah, and then I just run the world, and then I can I just open a world, and I just type in a command that reveals info and like what port to locate for it, and
that's
all
right.
That.
Exactly.
It's like the IP address and then a port, and then you go to that port.
I have some software we use at work, and I can install the software. You can install the software on your computer, and then we can click through stuff together.
Dude,
and
this sounds
we can also just do
incredible.
it straight in Zoom too. We can just do a support session in Zoom. And
I don't mind hosting the server.
Yeah, just get the server going, and then when you get the server going, we'll take the next step, which will be to get one other person on a local area network connecting to it, and then it's done. And we just play some Minecraft.
Yeah, we don't.
I want to enable the God mode. My nieces and nephews turned me on to the joys of creating buildings out of dynamite kegs and then blowing them up from inside. I was like, this is insanely fun. But you need the God mode. You can't actually get that many resources in the real game. You can't get like 4 million barrels of TNT. It just takes too long. But you can just get into God mode and just build that. That's super fun.
In Minecraft?
Yeah, Minecraft.
Yeah.
That's what I was playing with. I was playing with my
and
nieces, a couple nieces and nephews. Yeah.
Yes, and yeah, that's how we can play it in 2 different ways. We could, I think, honestly, our best way would be to start in creative mode and just do shit in creative mode. But there's a really fun aspect to the survival mode.
You can show us.
But I don't know if, I'd like to see how that, first of all, how Minecraft meshes with the group to begin with.
I love it. Well, let's broadcast the experiment. Once we get it to the point where we can just broadcast that experiment. Let's do it.
Yeah, for sure.
That'd be super fun. Well, all we have to do is, instead of having a PS4 background here, we would just have, a windowed PC game.
Yep.
We need to get that figured out for Generation 0. Anywho, I love that we're making upgrades.
I mean, I have that already. I have a bunch of scenes. I have some green screen scenes and all that. Some of them are broken because
I gotta rebuild that shit on this new computer. Me too. I gotta reinstall some stuff on this other profile, and I gotta heal up some of its weirdnesses. It's got multiple weirdnesses.
I honestly want to buy a new PC case for my PC.
Oh wow, that's cool. Dude, I just had a thought. I think I just had an insight into a technical problem I was having with this PC. I'll check that out.
My phone's
I'll
not connected. Where's my cell phone? Got a phone call from Josh.
Okay, right on.
Yeah,
He might want to play some Fortnite. No problem.
I have a meeting thing with him, and I was going to be doing it at 10, but
right now you got to do it now.
Oh, it was something.
If you got to go, that is okay. Gotta go?
Yeah, pretty much. I gotta go.
Dude, have a great evening. Take it easy. Go ahead and just disconnect. Turn off your PlayStation so it dumps you out. Talk to you later, man.
Well, yeah, appreciate it, man.
Woo! Have a great one.
You too,
Feliz
man.
Navidad.
Feliz Navidad.
Feliz Navidad. Prospero año y felicidad. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. So cool if I got a copyright strike for that. because I imitated the tone so well. Not real, not real. Dude, this boss is up on top of this roof. I'm just going to get up on top of this roof with this boss and shoot a bunch of stuff. 10 o'clock meeting. That is a late business meeting. Those boys are working late, burning the midnight oil, doing everything they need to be done when they're doing it at 10 o'clock at night. Is a definite doing being done situation is what I'm saying. I barely know what I'm saying. Here's what I do know. Wes Anderson has made some excellent movies. Asteroid City, excellent. UFOs. It's like UFOs in the 50s and science moving forward and society progressing. It's really quite nice. Very nice movie. He also made this thing called Honey Sugar Sweets, Henry Sweets, Henry Sugar. And it's this very particular writings of this dude who you kind of meet a little bit in the movie. And what ends up happening is it's just the ultimate in staging. Like when you put on a play, you have to take staging, which is like there's all the lines you're gonna say, and then there's how you're gonna say them, but then there's also where you're gonna say them, because you got to be in a situation that supports it. We got 22 seconds, and we're stopping these nerd jackets. Okay, we got a few more coming in over here. There's no marking in this game like there is in Fortnite. You can't mark it. Mark it with a grenade. How about that? Boom. It's the last mark that dude'll need. Ha! In any event, that pinata store really made a strong impression on me. I don't think necessarily that those were card-carrying Americans that I was contemplating buying pinatas from. But they were also super, in this completely dead, poverty-stricken area, they were the only ones that were in there that were making something vibrant and life-filled, and it was like super creative. And that was really magical. That was just very special to see. And industrious and really wonderful. Yeah. Well, everyone, have a fantastic evening. It was great hanging out with you. Blessings. We're going to have probably some Christmas broadcasts over the next few weeks, although no promises. We're not making any commitments whatsoever. We're free like birds are free. Caw-caw, caw-caw, caw-caw. Blessings and salutations. You have a fantastic evening. I think I'm going to take us out on a little bit of music. Peace, everybody.